Nintendo has a brand new super small gaming handheld, but it only plays 3 games. Welcome to Game & Watch Super Mario Bros. So what is this thing? You know, while there's the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, Nintendo just has one piece of hardware in 2020 that's new and plays games, and it's this thing. This is $50, and it is a self-contained Super Mario game console that's really small. And it kind of looks like a game system that I had years ago, which is the Game Boy Micro. It's not the smallest system Nintendo's ever made, because the Game Boy Micro is even tinier, and look, it even has the same color scheme if you got the special edition one that's Famicom themed. So this only plays a couple of games, and it's kind of a retro idea within a retro idea, like a retro holiday turducken, because the Game & Watch never had Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario Bros. Has never been put in a self-contained little handheld either. It's Mario's 35th anniversary, as if you couldn't tell, because Nintendo has all these different Mario things. Super Mario 3D Classics on the Switch, Super Mario 35, Mario Kart Live, Mario Lego, and now this thing. Okay, that's a lot of Mario. And clearly this is created as a little celebration, collector's item, special edition type of thing. Take it as that, because it's not something everyone's going to need to buy. And it may not even be easily purchasable or available. We'll have to see. Super Mario Bros., the classic NES game, can be played on a ton of different systems and a ton of different ways from Nintendo. I feel like I have 15 different ways to play Super Mario Bros. Remember the NES Classic? Now, the Game & Watch was Nintendo's handheld gaming system that preceded the Game Boy. It had these black and white LCD games, one per handheld, that you could play on the go. I had tons of them when I was in summer camp decades ago, because I'm old. But I have a really fond spot in my heart for Game & Watch. I really love Game & Watch. And I was excited about the idea of Game & Watch coming back in some sort of a handheld way. So this is the return of Game & Watch, but it's not the return of the Game & Watch games that I played. Now, I've played Game & Watch games on the Game Boy Micro because Nintendo has made compilations of them before. I have Game & Watch Gallery 4 on the Micro right now, which has a whole bunch of games that I can play on this little thing and remind me of the past. Instead, Nintendo took only one classic Game & Watch game, Ball, and put it on here. But it also put Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, which is Super Mario Bros. 2 in Japan. So those are 3 cool games to include on one handheld, especially when the original Game & Watch only had one game. But it doesn't have all of the Mario games, nor does it have all of the Game & Watch games. What it does have, though, is a really nice color screen. Seriously, it's like very vibrant. And it has a USB-C port to charge up for a bunch of hours of battery life, but no headphone jack. I mean, let's not get fancy. You can control the volume, you can control the brightness, and you can play Super Mario Bros. Weirdly, it was pretty comforting for me to play. It kind of felt like this single task worry stone in a very stressful year, and I found myself sitting around, fidgeting, playing with it like a Nintendo fidget spinner. The battery life's been pretty good so far, and the controls are great. I mean, the D-pad and the buttons, which are rubbery, remind me of the Game & Watch controls that I had before on other Game & Watches. There are 3 different buttons here to control different modes. One little plus is that you can pause any one of the games, jump to another game, and then when you come back, it's basically saved your progress. So even when you turn it off, it'll remember when you left off. The third thing this can do is bring up a clock. I mean, this is called Game & Watch, but you don't wear it on your wrist. I don't know why it's called Watch, but it has a clock mode. No alarm, and you can just look at the clock and see Mario animations and change the animations a little bit and stare at the clock. I mean, it's cute, but I would go back to the games. And so you're basically getting those 3 games. You're getting this retro package. I mean, even the box is really retro. I mean, look at that color screen. That's cute right there. Color screen. But this looks like the ones that would be stacked up at like camera shops in the 80s when I was a kid. So clearly angled at people like me or anybody who wanted to get the special edition thing. But at $50, you don't need this thing. If you've got a Nintendo Switch and you've got online and subscription, you can access the NES and SNES games, a whole bunch of them. If you've got an NES Classic or you've got a Nintendo 3DS, and you can buy a whole bunch of other retro games. You get Genesis games or Capcom games dripping in retro games. You don't need another one like this. But this is really cute, and for the Nintendo person who has everything and you know that they like retro stuff, you could give this to them and give them a little collectible thing that they might be excited to have. But this is like Nintendo repackaging Nintendo. What I really want Nintendo is put all the original Game & Watch games on a Game & Watch. Make the Game & Watch compilation museum, or even better, the Game Boy. Put all of those Game Boy games on a black and white Game Boy and give that to us already and charge whatever because most of us would buy it. That would be really cool. This is like a teaser for that. But it is a cute little handheld, and I love cute little handhelds, and it does have that going for it, which is something.